So welcome to our gentle yoga class. Of course, once again, find a comfortable seated position, maybe leaning forward, scooting back, sitting tall, resting your feet on the mat with your knees above your ankles, and rest your shoulders down. Let your hands relax on your thighs. Take a deep breath in and exhale, closing the eyes. Beginning our inward journey, settling into the body, following your breathing, allowing the body to deeply let go. Soften down from your feet, both legs, and into the hips and the pelvis, and your belly, the chest, your spine, shoulders and arms and hands, your neck, your whole head and face. And we're going to explore 3 simple breathing practices that will help regulate our nervous system, calm our minds, and balance our emotions. So we're first going to breathe in on the count of 3 and exhale on the count of 3. So the in breath and the out breath will be the same length. So let's first take a breath in and let it go. And now we'll take a breath in on the count of 3, inhaling 3, 2, 1, and exhaling 3, 2, 1. Inhaling 3, 2, 1. Exhaling 3, 2, 1. Continue inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. 2 more of these breaths. Exhaling. Inhaling. And exhaling. Release this breath and simply observe how you feel. And the next breath we'll explore, we're going to breathe in to the count of 3 and exhale to the count of 6. So the out breath will be twice as long as the in breath. If it ends up being a little too long for you, you can shorten that and count on your own. Otherwise, we'll count in 3, exhale 6. So let's take a breath in, inhaling 3, 2, 1. Exhaling 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling 3, 2, 1. Exhaling 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Continue inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. And exhaling. Inhaling. And exhaling. Last breath in, counting to 3. Exhaling 6. At the bottom of the exhalation, release this breath. And again, simply observe how you feel. And the next breath is the Shitali breath or straw breath. You may have all done this with me before. It's particularly calming, wonderful if you're feeling a lot of anxiety and tension. So we're going to take a breath in through the nose. We're going to exhale through the mouth, through gently pursed lips, as if we're blowing out through a straw, a small straw, like a coffee stirrer, not a great big straw. So taking that next breath in, and exhaling through gently pursed lips, long, slow exhalations. Continue this breath on your own. Full, deep breaths in, right through the nose. Long, attenuated breaths out through the mouth. Smooth, steady breaths. On your next exhalation, release this breath, and again, simply relax and feel. Notice the calming effect, the quieting of the mind, and the balance of emotions. This is the effect of these very simple breathing techniques that we always have access to. Find your natural breath. And please join me bringing our hands together at the heart and chanting the sound of Om. Press the palms together, feel energy in your hands, but relax the shoulders back and down. Lengthen through the spine as we can. Take a deep breath in. First exhaling fully. And again, taking a deep breath in. Softly lower your hands to your thighs. Let your eyes float open. take that next breath. Continue to relax your shoulders and just feel this calmness, this centering, this grounded feeling, coming home into yourself and how wonderful that feels. Always remember this is here and maintain this awareness through your practice, through breath and relaxing. So let's come forward a little bit on our chair. With the feet hip-width apart, 2 fist distance, knees above the ankles, pressing gently into the feet and bringing our hands to the knees if that's comfortable. Doing a little cat and cow to wake up the spine. Inhale, let the tail lift. You could pull a little bit on your hands to bring the heart forward and lift up the gaze. And exhaling, beginning from the base of the spine, the bottom of the pelvis, tucking the tail and pressing the spine gently towards the back of the chair, letting the head drop down. And inhaling, lifting the tail, belly through, nice slow movements. You can feel each vertebra. And exhale. And then we're going to engage the feet a little bit. So pressing into the feet, pulling them towards you as you come again up into our cow pose. Lift up the gaze, widen the chest even more. And long, slow exhalation as you press the feet away, tuck the tail and begin to round the spine. We'll do this a couple more times. Inhaling forward, pulling the feet towards you, lift and expand and open the heart. And exhale, gently pressing the feet away as we begin to tuck and round slowly through the spine. And inhaling, pulling ourselves gently back up to a neutral position. Take a breath and soften right into your seated mountain pose. Keeping the tailbone grounded, the feet grounded, and the spine lengthening tall, we're going to do some apple picking. So let's inhale, bring the arms up and reach up a little more with the left arm and then the right. And continue this on your own. Just let your body flow and feel. Relax your head and neck. Let it sway if that feels good. As you reach up with the left, you feel the left side body opening with a gentle pressure in the feet. And just stay relaxed and reaching. Keep breathing at your rate of breath. Let this feel nice in the body. Good. And let's reach up with both arms. We're picking 2 apples. Press into the feet. Lengthen from tail through the crown, through the fingers. Press down and reach up a little bit more. And exhale, we're going to lower the arms as we twist gently to the left, bringing the right hand to the outside of the left thigh and draw the feet together, knees together, left hand on the back of the chair. Both sits bones equally grounded. We're going to inhale, press and lengthen, and exhale, a gentle twist now to the left. Go slow, not coming to the edge immediately. On an inhalation, you might even unwind just a little bit. And exhale, shifting now again into our twist to the left. Only gazing left over the shoulder if it feels good on your neck. Notice if your right shoulder's coming way forward, keep it back and down so we stay wide in the chest. Knees squeezing towards each other. And inhale again, reach the arms back up. Again, reach, reach, reach. Open the heart, lift it even more. And as we exhale, lowering the arms and twisting to the other side. Left hand to the outside of the right thigh, right hand to the back of the chair. Press down, inhale, lengthen. And exhale, begin twisting to the right. Squeeze those thighs and knees towards each other. Keep the feet equally pressing into the mat or the floor. And as you exhale, you might turn your gaze over the right shoulder, keeping the left shoulder back. So we're broad at the chest, we're also broad in the back. And inhale, reach the arms back up, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. And exhale, softly lower the hands to the thighs. Take a breath, widen the feet to relax and just feel. And just coming into that stillness once again, allowing this energy to relax you back to that state. And opening our eyes. So we're going to widen the feet. So the toes are at a 45-degree angle. We keep the feet nice and even and pressing gently into the earth. The legs are a little active. And we're going to hinge forward. Take a breath in to be tall and exhale, we're hinging at the hip creases. Remember, nowhere in the spine is it flexing. We're just flexing at the hips. You may not come far, just stay where it feels good. If it's available, you can bring your forearms down to your thighs, but we want to keep the heart open and lifting. And the tail begins to lift the further down we go. On an exhalation, you may come a little further. If you like, you can place one of your blocks in front of you and bring your hands there. And you can pull a little bit on the block just to bring the heart forward, to lift the tail on an inhalation, and exhale, maybe hinging further. You may not be coming anywhere near as far down as I am, but you can just find your edge where you can soften and breathe. Feel free at any time, if you don't feel right, to come back out on an in-breath, reset, find the stillness within you, and exhale with very conscious attention, hinging at your pace to your edge. Breathe through the back. Even feel the kidney areas widening here. You can feel a gentle pressure in your feet. And if your hands are down low, bring your forearms, elbows back onto your thighs. Come up a little bit, and then you can bring your hands to your thighs and pressing into the feet. Inhale, coming back up. And exhale, bring the feet back together or hip width apart, and just take a rest and feel. Good. And now we're going to come into pigeon pose. So we're going to cross the right ankle onto the left thigh. And remember, if this is feeling really tight, if you're way up here and you're uncomfortable, you can bring your block to any height, high, middle, or low, to the inside of the left foot, and you can place your right ankle onto that block. And this is going to open the hip area. So if you're there, that's fine. Otherwise, if you have that ability to bring that right ankle onto the left thigh, do that. We want to flex that right ankle, and you might still feel a little tight, so you might want to shake it out a little bit or pound it with a fist. That really is helpful. All right, and then see if you can settle in. Feel free to move and rock a little bit if you're feeling a little tightness. So when you feel comfortable, press into that front foot. Sit up tall, roll the shoulders back, again feeling nice and broad across the chest, tall spine, and as you exhale, again hinging forward as we did before, but we really want to go slowly and consciously so we don't push through any area of tightness. The moment you feel that first little bit of sensation, you might move again a little bit, or rock a little bit, or shift, make micro movements. And on another exhalation, you might be able to go a little bit further. You might bring your forearms down to your shins or calf. But stay broad in the chest as if you're lifting it up. Exhaling, softening. Never going past the edge, because if you'll notice, if you're pushing yourself, you're going to tighten somewhere. So scan your body for any tightness. It could show up in the left foot. It could show up in the jaw. That's where mine happens. It's right there in the jaw. So I have to consciously relax there in the shoulders and breathe. So we stay here in this pose a little longer because we're allowing this hip to relax. And the moment it starts relaxing, it's going to give way a little bit more without forcing it, just in its time. So depending where you are, bring your hands back to your shins, press into that foot on the mat, and inhale, lengthen up slowly. And exhale, we're going to keep the ankle on the thigh, and we're going to bring the back of the right hand to the sole or the arch of that right foot. If that doesn't feel comfortable, you can hold on to the ankle, but see if that works for you, or find some modification that works for you. We're going to bring the left hand to the back of the chair. And again, pressing into that left foot, we're going to do a little twist. So we're going to inhale and lengthen, press into the sits bone as well, and exhale gently, now twisting left, never forcing. Both sits bones are grounded equally into the chair. Relax the left shoulder, notice if it's lifted up. Keep both shoulders relaxed, and again, the chest nice and wide. Maybe turning the gaze a little bit left, maybe not. Notice if you're tensing up somewhere else. That left foot, the right knee. And inhale, slowly come back. And as we exhale, we'll release that right foot down. Close your eyes and notice both sides of your hip. Breathing our Durga Pranayama breath, a 3-part breath into the belly, the ribs, then the chest. Exhaling top to bottom. And just witnessing this flow of breath. Opening our eyes for the other side, bringing the left ankle onto the right thigh, flexing that left ankle, or placing that ankle on the block as I showed you before. Good. Hands on the shins, press into that right foot, keep your tailbone reaching down, sits bones grounded. Inhale, lengthen up through the spine, keep the shoulders relaxed back and down, and exhaling again, slowly hinging forward. You may not be here yet. You may be pounding your thigh or shaking it out. So notice what you need. Take your time. There's nowhere to go. No perfect pose. It's just what feels good for you. And know that you're doing a good thing for your body, opening up this very large joint. This joint that holds a lot of memories and can hold a lot of tension as well. So many things can come up for us in this pose. Every exhalation, releasing a little bit more. Eyes are soft, jaw is soft. Again, keeping the heart reaching forward, the tail lifts, the lower we go down. And just breathing into the area that feels tight. Remember, energy follows attention. So as we bring our breath through awareness to that area of tightness, you'll notice a natural release. It's a very powerful use of breath. And on your next inhalation, press into that right foot, slowly come back up. And as you exhale, just relax a moment, keeping that ankle on the thigh. And then placing the back of the left hand in the arch of the left foot, the right hand on the back of the chair. Pressing now into the right foot, tailbone down, inhale nice and tall, and again exhale, gently twisting now to the right. Keep both sits bones equally grounded, keep both shoulders relaxed and wide in the chest, bringing the right shoulder back and maybe eventually gazing over the right shoulder. Relax your body, notice where you might be tightening once again. And there's some resistance there. Feel free to inhale, come out just a little bit from the twist, and exhale, you'll notice you'll fall right to the perfect place for you. And on your next inhalation, slowly unwind. And as you exhale, lower that left foot down. And again, just feel now both hips. And now to balance out the hips, let's bring the feet again wide. 45-degree angle, knees over the ankles for another forward fold. It'll feel really good. Take a breath in, tailbone reaching down, spine lengthening, and exhale, hinging forward at the hip creases. Wherever it's right for you. You might notice you're coming down further. You might notice you're not at all. It's okay. Either way is fine. Maybe the forearms come onto the thighs. Maybe you come lower, maybe you place that block, or you're able to come all the way down without rounding. So we're still pulling the heart through, keeping the shoulders back and down, letting the tail lift with light pressure into the feet. Maybe the head drops down, if you can keep your spine neutral. And inhale, again, place the forearms or elbows on the thighs. Inhale, come up, maybe placing the hands on the thighs, pressing ourselves up. And exhale, bringing the feet back together, and again, relax. And let's open the eyes. Again, we're stacking the knees over the ankles, toes forward. Remember, when we're in our seated mountain pose, it's just like we're standing. So the big toes are a little closer together than the heels. So the middle of your ankle would be in line with your second toe. And you don't want your knees falling in. You want to keep the knees stacked over the ankles. So just a reminder, we want to be very conscious of our poses. Good. So now we're going to inhale, bring the arms out and up. Keep the sits bones grounded. We're pressing into the feet, reaching. And exhaling, lowering the hands to the heart and bowing the head down. And inhale, gazing at the fingers, slowly inhaling the arms up, 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 up. Pressing the palms together, just coming up to where it feels good, lifting the heart. And exhaling, widening the arms again out to the sides. We're going to do that again. Inhale the arms out and up. Lift your heart, lift your gaze upwards. And exhale, bringing the hands to the heart, dropping the chin to the throat. Inhaling, gazing at the hands, palms pressing together. Reach the arms up. Lifting and exhaling, lowering the arms. Again, inhale out and up. Joyfully lift your heart up to the sky. Exhale the hands to the heart. Inhale, reaching the arms up once more. And exhaling out. We're going to do that again. Inhale out and up. Nice smile. This time joyfully lift your heart, press into your feet. Exhale the palms together at your heart. Inhale, arms straight up. And exhale, releasing the arms back and down. And lowering the hands to your thighs. Take a moment to just take in this beautiful energy that's awakened in the upper body, shoulders. You might feel the need to wiggle or shake out your shoulders. And just relax into it. And just feel the continual letting go of tensions. Good. And then letting the eyes open. So we're not going to come into a full eagle pose, but we're going to bring our arms into eagle position. So we're going to press into the feet, sits bones. Inhale the arms out and up. And exhale, bring the arms down and across, bringing the left elbow underneath the right. And you remember this by now, bringing the hands either to the shoulders or the backs of the hands together or the palms together. I'm going to keep mine here because it works for me. I'm going to keep my shoulders back and down. Inhale the elbows forward and exhale them over to the right as I send my gaze to the left. So no rushing here. Keep breathing and lengthening and exhaling, moving in that direction. The elbows left, your gaze to the right. Feeling the effect, the stretching, breathing deeply into the belly all the way to the top, adding your Ujjayi breath. Inhaling, slowly coming back. Exhale, release the arms and inhale them out and up. And exhale, release. Again, one nice deep breath or two to return back to balance, to let go, to feel, to simply be in this blissful state of calm. And opening our eyes, ready for the other side. So inhaling the arms out and up. And exhale, lowering, bringing them forward, this time crossing the right elbow under the left, finding your eagle arms, hands on shoulders, backs of the hands or palms together. Keep the shoulders back and down. Inhale the elbows forward. And exhale, bringing them over to the right as you send your gaze over to the left. Going slowly, never rushing in yoga. Because then we're not aligned. The mind is elsewhere, the body is someplace else. We want to keep it all connected. Remember to keep the shoulders relaxed, breathing deeply, lengthening, exhale, softening. And inhaling, slowly coming back. Exhale, release the arms. And again, inhale, nice wide arms and up. And exhale all the way down. Should feel really good. Again, maybe need to roll or shake out. But notice how it feels when you just let your body receive and relax into those sensations. And then opening your eyes. If you need to stay there a little longer, you know to feel free to do that, right? So we're going to scoot back to the back of the chair. So your back is touching the backrest, again with the knees over the ankles. We're going to do a little back bend here. So we're going to inhale, pressing into the feet and sits bones, bringing the arms out and up. Wherever it feels good, you may be in cactus or arms straight, doesn't matter. But inhale again, press down into the feet and sits bones. Lift your heart up, lift your chin gently. Keep the arms alongside the ears so we don't want the head coming back or dropping forward. Reach up through the arms and again, lifting the chin and heart. And as if your upper back can come up and over the back of the chair. Breathing, feeling this nice opening. Another breath in and exhale, lowering the hands to the heart. Relax your whole body. Or lower your hands to your thighs and relax. And just allow yourself to feel fully every subtle sensation, dropping deeper and deeper into a meditative state. When you're ready, opening your eyes, but maintaining that connection. We're going to practice Warrior Two pose. So we're going to shift our body over to the right. So the right knee is over the ankle, the right buttock and thigh is on the chair. We're going to bring that left foot out straight. If it needs to be here, start here. We want the foot flat on the mat, but then we can heel toe that foot until we find a nice stretch. If you're compromising and the knees bending, then just stop where you need to. For me, I can go way back, so please don't compare yourself. I'm just showing the full extent of the pose. We're opening the hip flexors, so turn your body a little bit to the right at first. See that your right knee's over the ankle, and you want to feel this inner right thigh spiraling up and pressing that right knee back if it needs to over the ankle so it's not falling in. Then we're going to turn the torso a little bit forward, dropping that left buttock down and underneath a bit and pressing into that left outer foot and straightening that left leg. So our legs are very active here. So wherever you are, you're going to feel a stretch here. This is a psoas muscle, and we're opening here. So if both feet are supremely rooted to the earth. Torso is not leaning to the right, so we're upright as best we can. And we're going to press down, legs are strong, and inhale, bring the arms out to the sides to shoulder height. Take a breath in, lengthen up through the spine, and exhale, slowly turn your gaze over the right shoulders, gaze over the middle finger, and feel the energy reaching from your heart out through your fingers and also from the middle of your back out through your fingers. So you've got that equal reach from front and back. The shoulders aren't creeping up. So by reaching through the back, we're keeping the shoulders relaxed and soft. And notice your Durga Pranayama breath. Notice the intensity of the pose and add your Ujjayi breath as needed. Deep breaths. Take one more. And as you exhale, slowly release the arms down. Let this leg, left leg come back. Relax it down. Ooh, you're going to feel something there. And bring that leg forward. And we're going to need a block, because while we're here, we're going to add another spinal twist. So let's place the block between the thighs. I hope you all have a block with you today. If you don't, that's okay. You can bring the feet together and keep them squeezing. So feet are hip width apart, knees over the ankles. Okay, good. We're going to inhale the arms straight up. We're pressing into the feet, pressing into the sits bones, reaching up. We're lifting the spine up, the ribs off the pelvis, keeping tall. We're going to exhale, twist to the right, lowering the hands to the chair. If that doesn't feel right, you can lower your hands, one to the hip and one to the thigh. But if it's at the chair, stay there. Inhale, squeeze that block, press into both sits bones, lengthen, and exhale, soften into the twist. Remember, on your inhalations, you can come out a little bit, and exhale, deep in the twist. Again, wide in the chest, shoulders far away from each other. So keeping the right shoulder back, bringing the left shoulder back and the right shoulder back. Maybe sending your gaze to the right, or maybe experiment gazing over the left shoulder. Inhale, stay tall, reach your spine up, and unwind. And exhale, relax. And we'll come back to center. Again, take just another breath or two to settle back in. Sighs are really nice. They have a way of releasing even more tension, excess tension. So now we're going to turn the other direction. So with the left buttock on the chair or your left foot on the mat, you can bring this right foot out to the side, and again, heel, toe, keeping the foot flat on the mat and the legs straight. So find what works for you. Okay, again, I'm going to bring mine way back because that's what I'm able to do. And we're going to turn the torso for a moment to the left. And we're going to make sure that the toes are forward, the left knee's over the ankle, the inner thighs spiraling up. So we're opening this area here, and we're bringing that right heel back and the outside of the foot. The right sits bone tucking underneath a little bit, so the pelvis is kind of tilting up. So you have that motion. We don't want to be leaning left, we want to stay upright. And we're turning the torso as best we can to the front. Pressing into the front foot, again, supremely grounded, the outside of that right foot. Inhale, lengthening all the way up through the spine and bringing the arms out and up. And take another breath in, feel the length, the lift, legs strong, and exhale, gazing now over your left shoulder through the left fingers. Again, feel the sensation of energy reaching from your heart out through the fingers and from the back of your heart out through the fingers. So the shoulders are relaxed down. The right leg is straight, pressing into the outside of that right foot, and the heel and whole foot of the left. Deep breaths. One more. And as you exhale, we softly and slowly release the arms down. Bend that right knee or bring it back. You might need to pound there a little bit, right? All right, and bringing the right foot forward. Again, taking a hold of your block. Knees over the ankles, feet hip width apart, and putting that block between the thighs there. Both sits bones grounded, nice and tall. We don't want to twist when we're forward or hunched. We want to always be nice and tall with the shoulders back, broaden the chest, chin tucked so the ears are stacked over the shoulders, shoulders over the hips. Good, and again, we're going to inhale, bring the arms up as we press into the feet and the sits bones, and exhale, twisting to the left, staying tall, but lowering the arms to the chair or wherever that feels right for you. Again, inhale, lift up through the spine, squeeze the block, root both sits bones, and exhale, gently twisting left. Send your gaze wherever it feels right for you. Notice any tension. You want to soften here. Breathe deeply in and out through the nose. Ujjayi Durga Pranayama, the 3-part ocean sounding breath. Inhale, reach the arms back up, slowly return to center. And exhale, release the arms down. Release the block. And we'll turn back to the front and just let your eyes close. And let yourself receive the benefits of this twist, nourishing the vertebra. And feel your whole body calm and relaxed. And opening the eyes. And we're slowly going to come to standing. So take your time. And we're going to prepare for downward dog. So I'm going to move my chair. You may not need to move yours. We'll do it a little differently today. We'll step back, maybe 4 feet, 3 feet, feet hip width apart. Press down into your feet. Widen the toes, lift them up, just the toes, not the balls of the feet. Spread them out, feel the arches lift and strong, the legs active. Maintain that as you lower the toes back down. Press into all 4 corners of the feet. Feel the upper buttocks coming down and in, the belly's in. We're lifting the thighs, pulling everything in and up. Lengthening off the pelvis with the ribs, rolling the shoulders back and down, bringing the chin back. And we're going to inhale, bring the arms out and up. And exhale, bend the knees, bring your hands towards prayer position, hinge forward. And then reach your hands to the chair. Lower your arms between your head, between your arms, and you might need to step back here. So step back to where it feels comfortable. Keep your feet, as we did in mountain pose, hip width apart, grounded in all 4 corners. Send your hips back as you lift your tail and extend through your spine, out the crown and out your fingers. You're holding onto that chair and reaching the tail back, not letting the belly drop. You're reaching the tail behind you and up, and the belly pulls in a little bit. Long arms. Deep breaths. Ujjayi Durga Pranayama. Notice if you're still pressing equally into all feet, all sides of the feet, all corners. And your next breath in, come way up onto your tippy toes, holding onto the back of the chair, bringing the heart forward and up, kind of like a upward dog here. And then we're going to exhale and lower back down. You can bend your knees, back into downward dog. Take your time. Again, inhale, come forward and up onto the toes. Shift your hips forward, lift your heart. We're getting arm strength here. And exhale, coming back again, downward dog. Once more, inhale, come forward and up. Let your heart come through. Lift your gaze. And exhale. You can let your knees bend as you come back into downward dog. And then inhale, lift your gaze up and slowly walk your feet up to the chair. And either closing your eyes or softening your eyes, let yourself receive and relax. Don't let any sensations go unnoticed. Feeling the sensations amplifies and magnifies the energy, and it also keeps our mind in the present moment. And then letting your eyes open, and I'm going to ask you to turn your chair around so it faces you. The seat faces you. Okay? Preparing for a very challenging balancing pose. It's Warrior 3. So there are different phases. You don't have to go to the full extent of the pose. So that's up to you. You have to pay attention to your body. So first we're again going to come maybe 2 or 3 feet away from the chair. We can always adjust. Spread out your toes, ground down in the feet. Inhale, lengthen up, roll the shoulders back. Nice tall mountain pose. And feel that natural alignment in your own body. So we're going to take a breath in, bring the arms out and up. And then exhale, bend the knees, lowering the arms and bringing the hands to the chair seat and walking forward. So we're stacking the hips over the ankles and the shoulders are above the wrists. So you might need to make a little adjustment. Okay. So you have the option here of bringing the arms onto the back of the chair, but that might not feel right for you, or maybe you want to start this way and explore later. So Warrior 3 is bringing one leg back. Make sure these are out of the way. But we're just going to start by pressing into both feet, pressing our hands into the chair, wherever you are. And we're going to shift our weight into the right foot. And you can simply stay here and bend the left knee. I want you to focus on your right foot. Make sure the toes are forward and you're pressing a little more into the big toe mound. And what that's going to do, you're going to bring your right hip back a little bit. And now you're going to bring the left toes back if you'd like to go to stage 2. And you can simply stay right here. Keep pressing into the big toe mound of the right foot, drawing the right hip back. If you'd like to go further, keep that pressure into the big toe mound of the right foot, the right hip back. And now feel your inner left thigh. And from there, you're going to lift your left leg. This is going to keep the toes back and not turning the leg out. So we're raising that up. We're reaching back at the same time, extending forward, that right hip pulling back. Again, it doesn't matter how high you come. You can stay down low or come up higher. You're going to open the chest and bring it through. So we're reaching back through the toe and out through the crown. Right hip back, inner left thigh up towards the sky as we reach in opposite directions. Deep breaths in and out. Again, you have the option to bring your arms on the back of the chair, but that can be really challenging. So maybe just staying here. Take another breath and exhale. Slowly lower that left foot wherever you are. Draw the foot back to the floor. Bend your knees. Bring your hands to your hips and inhale. Come all the way up to standing. And exhale, release your arms. Relax. And just let everything be. Not allowing the mind to pull you out with any commentaries, any preferences. Just be with what is. And then opening your eyes, and we'll prepare for the other side. And this side could be completely different, so notice that. Be with what is. But just go moment by moment. Again, coming into mountain pose. Pressing down, extending up, find your breath. Center yourself. Be right here at this moment. Inhale the arms out and up. Lengthen. And exhale, bend the elbows and lower the hands as you hinge forward to the chair seat. Bringing the shoulders above the wrists, hips above the ankles. And this time shifting the weight into the left foot. And you can just bend the right knee, bring the toes onto the mat. And now focusing on the inner left big toe mound, bringing that left hip back, keeping that leg nice and strong. You can always soften that knee a little bit. That left knee can be a little bent, but lifting the thigh and bringing that left hip back. Second stage, bringing the right toes back. Keep focusing on that big toe mound of the left foot, the left hip back. And again, if you'd like to go further, focus is on the inner right thigh and lift the leg from the inner right thigh. Let it reach up towards the sky. Shoulders remain above the wrists. And now reaching back through the toes and extending through the spine and crown, breathing deeply. Remember to soften the left knee if you need to, but lift the thigh, pull the left hip back, press into the left big toe mound, inner right thigh lifting, a lot to remember, so that's why I repeat it. No perfect pose, know where you have to be. Take another breath and exhale, slowly lower that right foot down. Bend your knees, bring your hands to your hips, inhale all the way up. And relax. And now we can bring our chair back and have a seat. You probably can feel your hips All right, so let's relax for a moment. And open your eyes softly. Let's come forward just a little bit on the chair, stacking the knees above the ankles. Check your alignment. And we're going to bring the hands behind the back. If you're able to hold on to opposite elbows, do that. Otherwise, the wrists, fingers. If that doesn't work, bring your hands anywhere on your low back. We want to keep the shoulders back and down. So I'm going to take a hold of my elbows. And we're going to press into the feet and the sits bones. Inhale, begin to lift the heart up, 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 up. Feel as though your hips can lift up. We're lengthening from between the shoulder blades at the base of the skull and the crown, so we're not dropping the head back. Keep the focus on the lift in the heart. We're creating a gentle upper back bend. And inhale, slowly come back. Exhale, release the arms, bring the hands on your thighs, let your chin drop, let your spine round back towards the back of the chair for a moment. And inhale, bring yourself back up, roll the shoulders back and down. And let's come into one more forward fold. It'll be nice for our backs after everything we've done. So let's have a nice wide leg forward fold, and we'll come onto our heels. So we don't want to come as wide as we can and struggle. We can do that at first, but then come in maybe 25% so we're comfortable. So you may not be as wide as me at all, and that's fine. So we just have to work with our own bodies. So you're on the heels, you're pulling the toes in, and they're all upright. The tendency is to either turn the big toes in or the pinkies out, so we want to pull equally on the big toe and the little toe. So the legs are active. We're pulling even the heels up into the hip sockets. So we're breathing, lengthening. And on an exhalation, we can slowly hinge forward. And before you start, I'm sorry, you might want to have a block handy or two. Sometimes it's helpful to have two. So again, pulling everything in, lengthening, and exhale, hinging at the hips. We can bring the hands to the thighs or let them lower down for support, or you can keep your hands behind you. That can help support you as well. You may not be coming very far, that's fine, but the blocks are there perhaps for support if that's what you choose to come down more. Notice your toes, if they're turning out or in, or toes out or in, you want to keep them straight up. Pull your heart through with a lift, let the tail lift, and exhale, fold to where your first edge is, your second edge. Every exhalation, we find a deeper edge, even if it's a micro amount. It might be unnoticeable. You're welcome to lower the head if it feels right, but not letting the spine round. So focus on the lift of the tail and the openness of the heart as it pulls forward. And inhale, press yourself slowly up if your hands are on your blocks. Bring your hands to your thighs or the back of the seat, whatever works to bring yourself back up. Bend your knees, bring the feet together, lean forward, scoot back, and sit all the way up. We're moving directly into Shavasana, but take a moment to scan your body, to close your eyes and feel your body, and notice what you might need in this moment before coming to stillness. Stillness at this moment may feel absolutely wonderful and just what you need, but you may have a little kink or tightness somewhere that you need to work out, so feel free to move around that. And when you're ready to come into stillness, let your body find a position that feels really nice. It doesn't have to be seated mountain pose. You can widen the feet, you can straighten the legs, whatever works. Let your arms be heavy, hands relaxed. and just follow your breath. What's the quality of your breath in this moment? Breathing in peace and exhaling relaxation. Notice the fullness of your breath, fullness of your life. This calm, centered, relaxed place. Feeling safe, feeling whole, feeling content, just as you are. Let go fully into the divine being that you are. And just bring your attention to the soles of your feet. And just feel the feet on the earth. Feeling the body again, wiggle the toes. And then feeling your hands on your thighs. That gentle pressure. And just give your fingers a wiggle. Take a deeper breath. And let's rotate the ankles, the wrists. Or maybe there's some other movement that your body is craving at this moment. You can do whatever feels right for you. If you're rotating the wrists, we'll go the other direction. Ankles as well. And then lower the feet. Let's inhale the arms out and up, keeping the arms closed. And exhaling the hands together at the heart. Drop the chin to the throat. Feeling grateful to yourself for coming, for doing your practice, and for this knowledge you know about yourself. This peaceful, calm nature that you are. This presence is always here. And lifting the chin up slightly. Please join me as we chant Om, closing our practice today. Take a deep breath in. Exhale fully. And again, inhaling deeply. Lowering your hands, opening your eyes, Jai Bhagwan. Thank you again for joining me today. See you next time.